Hey, One More World Entertainment, and as we've been talking about for a while now, the follow-up to Superman in the DCU on the big screen will be none other than Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow, instead of the Authority. Now, we already know, and it has pretty much been confirmed, that Millie Alcock as Kara Zor-El, aka Supergirl, will appear at least in a post-credit scene in Superman, to establish, oh, she's here and she's taking the next phase of this journey forward. We also know that somehow they have to meet because we also know that Crypto, the dog, who is in Superman, will in fact be also in Supergirl. Well, we now seem to have, not just when this thing is shooting, and I said it was the end of this month. Oh, no. It's even sooner than that. But we seem to have at least a rumor of a possible cameo, and the cameo makes sense for a multitude of reasons. Let's have a look at this. So, Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow begins shooting in the UK next week, and it's looking increasingly likely that the movie will feature more than one Kryptonian. According to popular David Cornsweet fan site, Cornsweet Media, I didn't even know this dude had a fan site. Like, what's he been in that he's got a fan site? Whatever. The actor has been spotted in London just days before cameras begin rolling on the Girl of Steel's DCU movie. While nothing is confirmed at this stage, it makes sense for Superman to show up, especially with Crypto set to join Kara on her cosmic adventure. James Gunn has said Crypto is a pretty terrible dog in the DCU, so Kal-El handing him off to his cousin to see if she can rein him in makes sense. It's previously been reported that Supergirl actor Millie Alcock will debut in Superman, so this won't be their first meeting. So there's the first part where it all makes sense that Superman would show up, because if she's gonna show up at the end of his movie, it would make sense that probably at the start of hers, he would be there, and obviously handing over Crypto. But this goes on, by the way, I forgot to mention, there is a worrying part about this. But not the Superman and stuff, but you'll see where we get to it, which is coming up. But it continues saying, we're sure many of you will be hoping that Cornsweet Superman crosses paths with Jason Momoa's Lobo. And while that's certainly a possibility, it seems more likely that Supergirl will encounter the main man in outer space. Why? I've no idea, but whatever. Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow is shooting at Leavesden Studios, and we may get set photos. Hopefully, DC Studios will share an official first look before those start hitting social media. Let's also hope it would be a better first look than what they did with Superman. Now, here comes the worrying part. This is James Gunn talking about Millie Alcock's casting. That's fine. It's what he says at the end that you go, oh sweet Jesus. So, talking about Alcock's casting, Gunn said, Millie is a fantastically talented young actor, and I'm incredibly excited about her being a part of the DCU. Yes, I first became aware of her in House of the Dragon, but I was blown away by her varied additions and screen tests for Supergirl. Here it comes. She embodies Kara as envisioned by Tom King. And a couple of other people, but the whole fact that he says that she embodies the Kara that's envisioned by Tom King. Oh, that's just like a knife right into the goddamn heart, and it's been twisted slowly just to even hear his name being attached to all of this. Now, again, with Superman, it makes sense again because, again, she shows up in his movie. Makes sense that he would show up in hers for a brief moment. And obviously, they have to set up how Crypto ends up with her. Now, I don't know, and I'm wondering whether the S for her suit will be the same as his. Will it be the Kingdom Come style of S? Or will Gunn actually go, or have them go with more of the traditional S? We don't know. Do you know what actually is, well, I'm not sure of? Who's directing this? I can't remember whether or not they said who's actually directing Supergirl. It's not James Gunn. He's not directing Supergirl. At least I don't think. Yes. Craig Gillespie. That's who's directing it. Yes, I forgot about that. The Cruella director, which isn't exactly confidence raising either, is it? Look, everything for this movie hinges on what Superman does. There's no ifs, buts, ands, maybes about that. If Superman doesn't work, this thing is going to be a disaster when it arrives, because it's going to arrive, because obviously they're going to be filming it next week, which is a hell of a lot sooner than I thought. It was meant to be the end of the month, but obviously not. But if Superman can't work, and Superman already has an uphill battle, as we've spoken about this before, that it needs to make $1 billion to break even. That was stupid of them to do, but that's the case. But what way do they look at it being a success? Like, do they... Obviously they want it to make money. Of course they do. You're not making these things just to please people. You're also hoping to make money, which, of course, if you please people, they'll keep seeing it, and you will make the money. But if it gets, say, like 800 or even 900 million, does Warner Brothers look and go, well, look, we have to deem this at least a somewhat of a success, because clearly there's an interest from people. People clearly must have enjoyed it because they kept going back. Yes, we didn't hit the threshold, break even, or we didn't earn from it, but the interest was there. So if we can get the budgets down, we clearly see we could earn money. But if they look at it being, well, it's a total failure, and of course, if it doesn't make anywhere even close to 800 or even 500, then what do they do with Supergirl? Like, could they actually potentially do a Batgirl and just yank the whole thing out and go, nope, shit, this thing's never seen the light of day? I don't know, because obviously this thing, unlike Batgirl, would probably be finished production. The special effects and stuff probably wouldn't be, but the actual filming of it would probably be finished. So do they try and take the tax write-off? Or do they risk putting it on the big screen? Or do they go, we're just going to dump it on Max? Who knows? But everything really does hinge on Superman being successful, especially with them filming this so soon before Superman's even to come out. But the worrying part, as we've said all along, it's Tom King's story that they're adapting. It's his run. It's his version of The Woman of Tomorrow, his comic book. He's working on this very, very close. He's working on everything DCU with James Gunn very closely, but this one in particular, very, very closely. And the fact that even James Gunn says, she embodies Kara as envisioned by Tom King. Yeah, don't be saying that out too loud, James. You might just turn everyone off before you even get a first look in on this thing. And what I mean by that is our first official image or anything. So yeah, we'll have to wait and see. So, with that, I shall leave it there for this one. Like, share, subscribe. You know the drill at this stage. Cheers, and I'll catch you in the next one.